If you really want to build a personal brand or an image online and be an authority, be a figure, this is it. You have to be consistent. You have to show up week after week, day after day. You got to partner with somebody that understands your skill set, your vision, your thought process, and then someone that's a driver. Somebody that could take that vision and make sure that you're accountable and we're pushing that project forward. I am Jay Britton. Welcome back. I help high performing, socially skilled introverts create authority through podcasting. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, hit the like or give me a 5-star rating. Leave me a comment to let me know if this episode was impactful. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified each time that I drop a video. All right. So today we're going to talk about how you could be a silent operator and you can still build your personal business brand, if you will, still being you. And I know it's painful when it comes to, at times, when you're not prepared, you feel you have that social anxiety. And it's not that you're scared, it's just that you're not prepared. That's what it is. Like you obviously that goes for anyone, but socially skilled introverts will like to be prepared before they present in front of people.
I want to take a pause for a second and talk about your confidence, right? You got the experience, the results, the credibility, but when it comes to putting your voice out there, fear creeps in. Who am I to do this? Does that sound familiar? That's imposter syndrome, and it's keeping you small. My coaching is about breaking through that, helping you turn your expertise into content, conversation, and coaching that builds real influence in your industry. So if you're done hiding behind titles and ready to lead with your story, head over to connectingwithcreatives.com/coaching and let's get started. I'll see you soon.
Now, people can know when you're just like BSing or you're just like on the cuff, right? Because it just doesn't come off polished. It doesn't come off with conviction, passion, and it's just not pristine. It's not how you would like to deliver it, right? So I'm going to show you different ways you can really present yourself online, when it comes to podcasting, creating content to really build your brand. The first thing you can do to build it quietly, right? Like you can have solo episodes like this, talking about a specific topic, right? Being passionate about it, giving valuable information, showing your followers, your audience, how you went from A to Z, right? How you got results. You're giving social proof to the audience that's listening, right? You're giving all this valuable information away from free. But what's better than just talking about it, demonstrating it? So if I have like a whiteboard here, right, or whatever image right here that I can draw on and show you guys how to do a thing, to show you guys certain frameworks, that's powerful. That's showing and just not telling. That's even more powerful. Now, what's more powerful than that, right? I mean, that's powerful in itself. In addition to that, having a guest right here talking to this guest about whatever niche it is. And you guys are going back and forth, right? And what that guest is going to do, right, is bring more credibility to the platform, depending on if that guest is like in the industry or they're adjacent to the industry, or if they have knowledge about the industry or whatever topic that they could bring or value that they could bring to your audience. So that's a different way. So solo episodes are good to get content out and being consistent, right? That's huge to give valuable information on a regular basis. You're building up that muscle of producing content at a consistent rate, right? And you're getting better, you're refining. I'm refining as I'm doing this. I'm getting my 10,000 hours in reps. So that's how you build authority. When you continue to give out consistent, valuable content, you pair that with show, not tell, show and tell. And then also you can have a guest, authoritative figure in that industry or space that's going to bring credibility to the platform, to your consistency, to your brand. And what's better than that? Maybe you guys do a joint venture. Maybe you guys have some type of consulting program, coaching program, a product or service that you guys provide together. That's a different episode, but that these are different ways that you can build authority in building your brand, right? So again, I know on that last, suggestion or valuable information was like, yeah, you can do a JC with somebody that's in the same lane and maybe you're expert at podcasting and the other person is at an expert of funnels or they're expert at website design. They're expert at building communities. They're an expert at monetizing podcasting. You know what I'm saying? They're experts at podcasting equipment. And maybe you guys do a joint venture together to where maybe that split is 50-50, 60-40, whatever that split is, you can create, build authority while making money, right? While making money, right? But you have to put in the work to build that credibility to partner with someone like that. Because let's keep it real. If you really want to build a personal brand or a image online and be an authority, be a figure in that niche, that lane, this is it. You have to be consistent. You have to show up week after week, day after day. And, one of the strategies I do this, I'm doing this is I'm batch editing. I'm batch editing while I have time. You're going to see me in the same shirt for a couple episodes because I'm batch editing. Because sometimes if you have to travel, you have family emergencies, you have that flexibility to schedule out content 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time to where you're consistent. You're showing up consistent. Maybe you didn't record for 2 weeks, but you still have 5, 6 episodes that are bridging the gap, right? They're coming in clutch for you. So those are just tips in how to your online brand, just showing up consistent, being organized, talking about a subject, having social proof about the subject, bringing valuable information to your audience and also listening like in the comments. I have a call to action to tell you to comment below, share this with a friend, respond to the DMs, respond to the emails, respond to those things, respond to the calls. Because you know what? That's going to build the credibility you need to build authority in your lane. So if this was valuable to you and if you were on the fence of like, if you could build a authority or brand, let me tell you, you can. That's what I'm doing right now. And a lot of the podcasts you listen to that you subscribe to, a lot of them are socially skilled introverts, right? Russell Brunson he's a socially skilled introvert. Myron Golden, I don't know him personally, but I subscribe to him. I listen to him. That's my online grandfather. That's my guy. But if I had to assess, because we assess, we sit back and we watch and we study. He's very passionate about God, business, making money, golf, right? His family. He's very passionate about those things. I could see him being in a setting, not saying that he's not shy or anything like that, but I just know he likes his time. He values his time and he just doesn't give his energy or his time to things that are going to take away from him. So I don't necessarily know if he's a socially skilled introvert, but if I had to take a guess, I would say so. And he's just had years of experience in sales, marketing, leadership, preaching, things of that nature. He is confident. I don't want to misspeak on him. He's coming off, he likes his time. He likes his alone time. Yeah, he likes his time with God, but he also likes to only focus on what gives him life, what gives him energy. That's God, golf, money, business, and helping others, pouring into others, right? He's learned to teach and coach one to many, right? His brain, you could tell when he's talking, he's fired up and he's always processing and thinking. And he said it in a couple episodes that his team, and I'm guilty of this too, I have all these thoughts in my mind that I'm always thinking on every day. And then I'll start something, I'll start something, I'll start something, right? And I know the people that help me, like, bro, like, didn't we just do this? So this is a sidebar, right? Like how to continue to build your brand with having all of these thoughts. You got to get organized. You got to partner with somebody that understands your skill set, your vision, your thought process, and then someone that's a driver, somebody that could take that vision and make sure that you're accountable and we're pushing that project forward. Right. So I have a social media manager that I met with for 2 hours today, and we're talking about next month's content, the strategy, how we're front loading right now, right? We're knocking out these videos. We're talking about different strategies for different platforms because I know that if it's on me, right? Like my mind is always racing, but I need someone to help me supplement where I don't like doing, where I'm not efficient, where I'm not good at, and I can give a little direction and I can get a little feedback and take that and run with it. Those are the keys to building your personal brand. Being consistent, right? Being consistent, partnering or hiring a social media manager, project manager to help you, right? Like you have to do that. Doing solo episodes of your podcast, bringing guests on that have expertise, they're credible, they're going to make your platform credible. Once you get to a certain stage, you have social proof, you have something that you guys can collaborate on, you can partner on something, right? And monetize it together. That's how you build authority too, because you're also getting their audience too, right? So that cross marketing, that cross promoting, and I'm not even going to go like the email list, but that's something that we could talk about on another episode. But that's powerful too, because if you build up that email list, it's a way that you can stay in front of people more often. I check my emails multiple times a day. Like I check my bank account. I check it often. You know what I'm saying? So those are different strategies you can do to build value, build credibility, build awareness about your authority and passion in that industry of life. Now, if this is helpful to you, share it with a friend. Share it with a friend, colleague, family member that needed to hear this, that you seen that maybe they started their personal brand a few years ago and life got in the way and you need a strategy on how to navigate that while you're working your 9 to 5, hit me up. Make sure you apply for coaching. Right now, I have very limited time to take on new clients for coaching right now. So if this message resonated with you, apply. Let's see if we're a good fit. If not now, maybe later, because time is limited and I value your time. But I appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you're listening to this on Apple, leave me a 5-star review, right? Leave me a 5-star review. Let me know if this resonated with you. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe. Leave me comments. Let me know if this was helpful so I can continue to make content that resonates with you. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Come on.